What's up, y'all? It's Amy, and it is New Year's Eve, 2023, and oh my gosh, it has been so long since I recorded a podcast. Like, I kind of have forgotten how to do it. This year has been insane. I have to say, literally, I can't even explain to you the year I've had, which I'm going to try to do in a podcast because I think it's so important to go back and look back on your year and see just what you actually did and accomplished and got through and et cetera, et cetera. The last time I recorded a podcast was like this summer. And it's not like I didn't want to podcast anymore. It's just because life has been crazy. I have gone all in on my real estate and it's been insane. I just had my biggest closing day ever last week. Actually, on the day that I had surgery, I was driving to the hospital to have surgery on my index finger that got broken like a month ago. And on my way, I didn't even know if one of the things was going to close. I had it all set up to cancel in case it didn't go through. And it was insane. And guess what? I had my biggest closing day ever. I closed almost $4 million in real estate in one day. One motherfucking day, y'all. By the way, if your kids are around, you might want to give them some earmuffs because some cuss words are going to fly. But anyway, it was amazing. Surgery went great. Everything was awesome. And I got to say, the last month has been just one big stress ball between the finger getting slammed in the door and then getting stuck and then getting broken and dislocated and 16 stitches and then jetting off to, Vegas the next day for Thanksgiving and then having birthdays and Christmas and just all the things with not being able to use my right hand and working and getting 3 deals under contract, 2 of them closing in the month of December. It was crazy. It was like when I think back on it, I get tired. So you wonder why I haven't podcasted. But let me tell you why I'm dusting off the old microphone. It's magic time. And for those of you OGs who did the magic with me last year and the year before, third time's a charm, baby. And I am so fired up about it this year because not only am I going to do this every day, I'm going to record a podcast every day for a day of the magic, but I've got my real life book club in real life doing the book with me. So that's so exciting. And it's just time. It's just time to get refocused, recentered, simplify, get rid of all the shit we don't need, focus on gratitude, focus on what we have in our lives that we have to be grateful for. So that is why I choose this book every January to read. And I just try to take as many of you beautiful people with me as I can, because literally this book has changed my life every year, every single year. And it's so fun because in this book, you have an opportunity to do, it's a daily book, daily you do something. And what I've done is in the last 2 years, I've written down in the back of the book what was going on in my life at the time and what I am wanting to do. And it's so fascinating. Like January of 22 is the first time I did this. So this will be the third time I've read The Magic. Okay. So January of 22, I read it. And at that time I was starting the podcast and I wrote how nervous I was. So by the way, I write this in the back of the book, so I will remember. But guess what? Mama can't write because my right hand has to be propped up above my heart at all times. So if you could see what's going on right now, finally I'm out of the bed, but I'm sitting on a couch with my elbow up above my heart, my hand way up above my heart because I have to do this, doctor's orders. And I'm trying to podcast and read, and it's probably going to be a disaster. But hey, you know what? We're just going to fucking roll with it because that's how we do, right? That's how we do. And so anyway, January of 22, I read this book. And I was writing about what I wanted to do in 22. And I was nervous about the podcast starting. It was starting January 11th of that year. Didn't know the direction it was going to go in. I'm still a realtor and I work with my husband. We had just hired my sister as a bookkeeper. We're so excited for that, to do that. It was Max's senior year. He was going to University of New Mexico. We knew that. I was manifesting peace. I was manifesting no night sweats, good sleep, successful podcast, and amazing clients to work with. Sexy, transparent marriage, healthy family, and I wanted a beach house. At the time, I thought I wanted a Santa Fe house and a new red SUV. So some of those things did happen. Some of them did not. But I will say 22 was a great year for me because I got to just explore what the podcast was all about. I got to interview people. I met up with Kathy Heller. And I got to be in her mastermind, which led me to all these other connections with people. So 22 was an amazing year. Financially, or as far as like being a realtor, that was probably the least I've ever made. That was a $4 million year because I wasn't focused on that at all. And if that isn't just to show you right there, the prior 2 years, I had done like 12, 15 million a year. And then 22 hit and I closed 4 million. So it just shows you that wherever your energy goes, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. And right that year, I was not worried at all about real estate. I was really just kind of helping people who needed help. I helped Scott buy and sell a couple of houses, and that was it. But that month of January was magical because so many things came to fruition that I didn't even know were possible. Then the next year, did it again. And I wrote down what I was looking forward to doing. I was 1 year into the podcast. I had just turned 51. I was so sick. I had COVID and I was not feeling good. I was also in menopause, which I did not know. TMI, I'm sure. But I wrote, I'm feeling very lost. I'm not sure what to focus on next year. My health is the number one priority. I want to focus on my husband and my family for sure, which I did. I'd like to do more real estate and keep podcasting. Try this book club online thing. Travel with family and Scott. Lots of that. I don't want to focus on retreats and single travel because I did that so much the year before. I wanted to go to the beach, Mexico, maybe a fun spring break trip. I want to make a certain amount of money. New, amazing, easy clients who love and adore me. I wanted to weigh a certain weight, and sexy, transparent marriage, beach house, dream house on a dream street. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do last year. And most of those things happened. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of them happened. I blew up my real estate career by discovering a lady on Instagram while I was sick with COVID. I found Amy Gregory with the Powerhouse and eXp Realty, fell in love with her message, fell in love with the group. And when I tell you it has made my business explode, it really has. Like I said, last week I was in the middle of anesthesia and I closed $4 million worth of real estate. So I'm on pace this year to close. Well, I've already closed 9 million, and the year I still have 4 more months in my anniversary year. So I'm on pace. I've set a goal of 10 million, and I will definitely meet that because I've already got another one, a closing in a couple of weeks. So I will hit my 10 million then. So I'm going to exceed that goal, which is just amazing. But in addition to that, my marriage has flourished. We went on our 25th wedding anniversary trip to Anguilla, which came out of the blue. We didn't even know that we were going to be able to do that. And then someone offered up this fabulous place to us, so we were able to do that. We traveled so much last year. first class almost every trip. And all of them, almost, I would say 90% of our trips were not planned. So that was amazing. We got to do a lot of family trips. I got to travel to Vegas by myself for a real estate convention where I met all of these women in real life. Got to go see Katy Perry, got to see Beyonce. I mean, it was amazing. Oh, I got to see Andrea Bocelli. Got COVID again. So it was an absolutely amazing year. It was probably one of my best years ever. And I owe it all to the magic. I really do. Because when you start this book and you actually see how you start to focus on what is already in your life, then everything that you really want just falls into place. Like, you're so busy loving your life the way it is that things just start to fall into place. It's crazy. I can't even explain it. And I'm just so excited for you to go on this journey with me. So here's how it's going to go. After I stop rambling, I am going to do a preface. That'll be the first one. That'll be the one that you listen to today on December 31st. And by the way, if you don't start this on the 31st, who cares? You can do this at your own pace. You don't even have to buy the book. You could just listen to my podcast and do what I tell you to do. That's what a lot of people do. That's what I do in my other book club that's online, and I love it. So we'll do that. You'll listen to the preface and why she wrote this book and what it's all about. And then on day one, you do day one. Excuse me. By the way, I do not edit these because I don't have time, because I cannot edit them with one hand and get them all out on time. So this is a big, lofty goal that I've put in place since I only have one hand, but we're going to, you know what? This is what I love to do. So this is how we're going to roll. So today we will do the beginning of the book, the preface. You can listen to that one in just a minute. And then tomorrow we'll do day one. So I'm so excited to have you here. I hope that you enjoy this book. Please, please DM me. I am at Amy Elkman, and that's AIMEEELKMAN. And let me know what you think. So enjoy. Happy New Year. And let's just go slay the shit out of 2024 by starting it off like this. Love ya.